Hey everybody, this is Matt.
And this is Anthony.
And we're here with GameZone.com. Today we're taking a look at Besiege, a hot little indie game from Spiderling Studios. And before we get into
Red hot,
right? It's blowing up right now.
Love this game.
But before we get into this right now, I kind of want to point out that it's a pretty small, relatively unknown title, but you came bursting into the office this morning, really excited for it. I got to do a video on this. I want to get this game.
I besieged the office with Besieged.
And his besiegement was met with a big thumbs down.
Yeah.
So
what was that?
So he took it upon himself. Anthony took it upon himself to kind of spearhead this. And why don't you tell him a little bit what went down today?
Spearheaded it.
There you go.
That's it.
That explains it.
I came in. Mike, our editor-in-chief, said that this game, he's like, yeah, but is it really going to get a lot of traffic? This is my impersonation of Mike. Yeah, but is it really going to get any traffic? And I was like, yes, it is going to get traffic because I was an early adopter of Kerbal Space Program. I know a fun physics game when I see one, and this game is fun. Look at this. There's like explosions. It's really hard in a fun way. It's this awesome sandbox game.
Yeah. So this picture, I mean, it looks exciting, but it doesn't really tell you anything really about the game.
This picture is not telling a very good story.
So what is Besiege?
Besieged is a physics building game where you can create these siege machines.
Okay.
And you're just laying siege to these structures. At first it starts out with little cottages and little sheep herders, and you just kill them, you just decimate them. And then you move on to soldiers that attack you with arrows, and the arrows actually do damage to your siege machine. I'm like, it's made of wood and metal, I'll be fine. But no, you have to build armor to combat against that, and it's got a lot of depth to it for being a very simple game. And it's also a very clean, well-polished game for something that's in early access.
Okay, so it's just an early access.
It's an early access game. It's $7. It's $7. Like, look, they're not paying me to sell this game. I'm just saying, it was only $7.
You generally really like it.
I like this game. Everyone should play this game.
That's honesty, brutal honesty right there.
I'm trying to make it so that I can play this game at my job right now. I built this really cool quadcopter, ye old quadcopter, if you will, and it had a cannon on it, and I was going to fly the quadcopter up. Yeah? No. I ended up using the quadcopter as the actual ballistic to hit this windmill.
Did it work?
Of course it worked.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
That's all you asked for.
It was great. So playing this game is good if, like with Kerbal Space Program, sometimes you just want to build a rocket.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to build a rocket. Sometimes you want to just blow something up, and this is definitely taking on another part of my sandbox needs that I had.
Yeah, so if you're a creative type of person, you're going to want to really get in there. It looked to be, I did see a little bit of it. There looked to be a lot of different creative tools that you can use and build pretty much whatever you can think of, whatever destructive machine.
Flying, you've got wheels, you have catapult mechanisms, there's springs that I haven't quite figured out. There's also objectives, so you're not just building. I remember with Kerbal Space Program when it first came out, loved Kerbal Space Program, not hating on my Kerbal peeps.
He wasn't paid for that either.
I was not paid for that either. But Kerbal Space Program, when it first started, it was like build a rocket.
Yeah.
This game has really taken that build and do something with it. There's one level that I thought was going to be super easy, where I had to just get from point A to point B. I'm like, they're probably just testing the movement mechanics, make sure I know, right?
Yeah.
Game's just baby, hand-holding.
Tutorial.
Yeah. No. There's mines all over the place, and there's sheep. Homing sheep is what I call them. That's what they are. Because as soon as they see you, they come towards you, and they crowd around your siege machine, but then they hit the bombs and blow them up, and then you blow up, and if you catch on fire...
Well, your wood.
It's, So there's a lot to even that little basic level from getting to point A to point B.
Yeah, I mean, for an early access game, it looks really good. It looks like it plays really well. There's not all the content isn't there yet, which is exciting.
Right. There's the moon. So the opening menu is like a little planet, and then there's the moon, and that's under development. So maybe you'll get to do siege things on the moon.
And then you have the whole gravity physics thing come into effect. All right.
Fire cannon, just fly backwards.
Yeah. So there's a lot of potential here.
Yes.
So you'd recommend it, obviously.
No,
don't he hates it. He
don't
hates
get
it.
it. No, get it. I mean, if you don't play it for at least an hour or 5 when you first get it, I mean,
and for $7, that's
$7.
cheaper than a movie.
It's cheaper than a movie. If you like to be alone and you know, or you know, this
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Might as well
Lay
destroy it.
siege to your heart.
Yes. We don't get our games. I mean, sometimes we get review games and stuff.
Sometimes.
But sometimes, I mean, we lay out our own money, and Tony really wanted to play this, and he was willing to put his own salary on the line here. He spent his $7 hard-earned dollars to buy this game.
It's only like a week's worth.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
But you can make your money back.
That's right. If this video gets 2,000 views, Mike is going to pay for my copy of Besiege.
And then you can eat tonight.
So please, please share this video. If we get 2,000 views, I will film Mike handing me $7
while playing the game.
While I'm playing the game and
my.
laughing. A 5 and 2 ones. It's gonna happen.
Well, we're not all ones.
All ones, so he can rain down on me.
Yeah,
you tell me in the comments how you want the money to be delivered.
Yes, there we go.
And I will make sure that it happens that way.
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
You guys have to vote or something. Vote in the YouTube comments. You know, behave yourself.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll go well.
It's the internet. But I think if this video does well, and I mean people like seeing more Besiege, I think it's safe to say they can see more of Besiege on our YouTube channel, on our website, gamezone.com.
It's all I'm going to be doing for at least the next 2 weeks.
Whether or not Mike likes it or not.
I don't care. I have a door. I have a lock on my door. They can't come back here.
There you go.
They'll have to lay siege.
Yes.
Yes.
Once again, this was Matt.
I'm Anthony.
Thank you for tuning in.